the two-time Muay Thai champion of the world. One of the favourites to go all the way here tonight. They call him The Rock, Daniel Dawson. Well, The Rock, Daniel Dawson, of course, competed in last year's Judgment Day. He is back again in 2001, and a lot of pundits believe he might take the whole kit and caboodle. Michael Chavello ringside, and good evening to my verbal sparring partner, former Australian champion, The Hammer, Mike Castanini. Good evening, Hammer.
Well, good evening, Michael. As we see Daniel Dawson step in a week ago, he was right here in centre ring, but now he's back, and he's been ready to make an impression and take the big dollars home.
All the way from Queensland, they call him Mr. KO, Andrew Keogh. Andrew Keogh with the biggest task of his career thus far from Mackay Muay Thai, taking on the one and only Rock, Daniel Dawson. And let's go to the Rock of ring announcing, Mr. Andy Raymond.
Super 8 Judgment Day 2. This is quarterfinal number 1. We are scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. Originally he hails from Perth, WA, under the watchfly of Ronnie Parr at the ISS Gym. He is a two-time and current world champion, weighing in at 70.95 kilos, The Rock, Daniel Dawson. Standing across the ring of the biggest night of this young man's life at 69.55 kilos, he is trained by Michael Coles out of Queensland. They call him Mr. KO, Andrew Keogh. Malcolm Bullner, your referee in charge of quarterfinal number 1, and your judges at ringside, Terry Clay, Graham Waddell and Bryce Berkelson.
One of the best in the business, Malcolm Bullner, will be the third man in centering our first quarterfinal of Judgment Day. The Super 8 middleweight contest to decide the best middleweight in Australasia. And quarterfinal number 1, Daniel The Rock Dawson, a two-time Muay Thai champion of the world, against this young man, Andrew, Mr. KO Keogh. Malcolm Bullner calls both men into the centre of the ring. This one should be a corker, scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Let's listen in.
Welcome to Center Ring, gentlemen. Good luck to both you fighters. Let's have a clean fight now. Obey my instructions at all times. Shake hands now, come on fighting at the bell. Good luck to both you fighters.
Well, as the Hammer said earlier on, Daniel Dawson only last weekend knocked out Japanese superstar Kenichi Ogata up in Jupiter's, but not before Daniel Dawson was actually decked in the first round of action, Hammer, in an unprecedented double knockdown.
Well, there was in a spot of bother in the first round, Michael, and I can tell you what, going to the corner and having a look at that fight last week was... Andrew Keogh takes a bit of a sweep down to the canvas. Daniel was in a little bit of bother, but showed his fighting ability and his true world champion status by coming back and knocking out his Japanese opponent.
Early knee there from Andrew Keogh to the ribcage of Daniel Dawson. Dawson, of course, the two-time Muay Thai champion of the world. One of those titles he defeated the legendary Prince Amir for at the Crown Casino showroom. Probably the highlight of Dawson's career thus far. And as we said only last week, stopping Kenichi Ogata from Japan, the world shootboxing champion. Andrew Keogh from Mackay Muay Thai up there in Queensland, Hammer. A very good Muay Thai gym up on the Sunshine Coast.
Well, the Mackay Muay Thai gym, of course, founded by Stefan Fox, the WMTC World Muay Thai Council Oceania region coordinator. It's a very strong gym, and they're very well schooled in Thai boxing.
Daniel Dawson, of course, did compete in Judgment Day number 1 in the year 2000. He defeated John Wayne Parr in the quarterfinal, but then could not continue to the semi-final due to triple vision after that fight. So Wayne Parr was actually given a second life at Judgment Day last year, but Daniel Dawson did get the victory in his quarterfinal.
And then released. Fight!
Both men touch gloves. We are 1.5 minutes down the first round of action. Dawson probably one of the 3 favourites here tonight. The real standout favourites would have to be Sam Solomon and the defending champion Shane Chopper Chapman, along with Daniel Dawson, and also the dark horse Chris Collard, Hammer.
Well, Chris Collard has certainly made some big statements over in Japan, taking out a few KO wins over there. Although he looks a bit lighter than the other boys in the lineup, Collard. But Daniel Dawson also after his big battle up there at Jupiter's Casino last week, he's back here again, and surprisingly uninjured.
Oh, Andrew Keogh's taken a big blow here in the first round. He's gone down on all 4.
Bit of bother.
4.
Andrew Keogh is hurt here in the first round. And this is just what Daniel Dawson wanted. Maybe a quick night here for the two-time Muay Thai world champion, Daniel Dawson. He comes out smoking now. Big overhand, right, and Keogh's gone. This one's going to be all over. It's good night, Irene. Daniel Dawson goes through to the semi-finals, Hammer.
Well, early finish for Dawson as Keogh's in a bit of bother.
Hammer, here comes the Rock again.
Well, the Rock is continuing his winning ways, and he's through to the next eliminator. But brave battle there from Andrew Keogh. Put up a strong front, but no match for the world champ. Daniel Dawson doing the number on Keogh from Mackay.
Well, the instructions again from Ronnie Parr in the corner of Daniel Dawson have worked a treat. About 2.5 minutes into the first round of action, it was good night, Irene, for Mr. KO, Andrew Keogh.
Once again, we see Dawson just squaring up, and it was that sort of slapping round kick that I think caught Keogh probably in the eye. And just blurred his vision, probably temple, eye, and there's the big right hand that finished it off. Dawson trying to come in with the knees to finish Keogh as he was on down, and yeah, it's just the fighter has to have his gloves on the ground before the ref can stop it. And Dawson was very quick to jump on Keogh on the way down and in the tanglement of the ropes.
Let's go to Andy Raymond.
At a time of 2 minutes and 12 seconds of round number 1, your winner and first man through to the semi-finals, The Rock, Daniel Dawson.